Evening, everybody. So live on stream tonight, we have got the West Marsh All Boys team, my team, versus Clee Colts in Wednesday Division 1. There's a few games kicking around tonight. Black Anvil, I believe, have gone onto the top table tonight, so there's no stream for that setup yet. But I'm sure that they'll be very informative about the way that table is running, the new table, which means the West Marsh All Boys end up on table 1 tonight, so you've got them on stream. We start tonight with Ewan Robertson for the West Marsh All Boys. You'll have to apologise, I'm not quite sure on any of the Colts players, but we shall see how it pans out. Just had to remind Ewan before I came in here that remember this is GY rules and not black ball, because he does have a tendency to forget when he's playing these games. I'm able to commentate for the first half dozen games because I haven't put myself down to play tonight. Not for the first 6 frames, that's for sure. I had a game earlier on with Nick Smith. I won't repeat the score, but it was quite embarrassing. Nick absolutely murdered me, so I thought I'm going to give it a miss tonight because I am not doing the right things at the table. But Nick's playing for Black Anvil tonight, so I'm sure that he'll have as much success as he did earlier. So, we get back to this then. Grimsby Rules, West Marsh All Boys vs Clee Colts. We are about to see Ewan Robertson go onto the table. Looking at it, I think we've got an open frame, so it's a choice of what Ewan would like. Looking at the balls. I think what we've agreed to do here is try to give as much commentary on as much pool action going forward as we can. So I know Chunky is very much heavily involved in this, and so is Mickey Rouse. There's some massive stuff coming up. A week on Sunday, we all know what's coming up a week on Sunday. Michael Caborn versus Ryan Milson. A pot still to be agreed. There'll certainly be some great commentary for that day as well, guys. So we get started in this then. So Ewan, gone for a big wild shot there. He was moaning prior to the match because he's not been able to have any table time. So to be fair to him, he's coming into this frame cold. But let's be realistic. The guy that is playing hasn't probably been playing before the frame, so he's in the same boat. So we don't make excuses here. We're not Anthony Joshua. So, as it stands, Ewan is on yellows, I believe. I totally anticipate, in all fairness, no disrespect to the guy that Ewan's playing or Clee Colts, but in all fairness, Ewan is not a Division 1 Wednesday player of any sort of rule, whether it's black ball or whether it's GY rules. His ability speaks for himself. So, but at the end of the day, the West Marsh All Boys is a team from many moons ago when the West Marsh club was still kicking around, and we was a prem or top side back then. So, Ewan played for us when we played in them top divisions back in the day. So he's only fair that he comes and joins us again now, and hopefully, you know, if things go the way the West Marsh boys want it to, we'll be back. Probably playing in the Wednesday Prem next winter and summer. So, as we said, we've only been back 15 months, and we're already making a bit of a climb and trying to build a team. We've already recruited one other young up-and-coming West Marsh star in young Brad Burrell. So the future is bright. The future is Marsh, we like to think. And then hopefully we'll be rivaling them Black Anvils very shortly. For some silverware. So, Clee Colts have just player from Clee Colts has just pushed one over the pocket there to cover it. Makes it a little bit difficult for Ewan. If his black ball head kicks in, you know he's going to try and develop that straight away. The real captain of the team's just appeared. He's still in training for his boxing. Scott Wrightham's here. Just pop through. to see us. He's all sweaty and greasy, so I won't get too close to him.
Too close to me. Smell like Gary Glitter in a crash.
He's looking extremely healthy, probably the healthiest I've ever seen him in his life, and I've known the guy 33 years. So he's all fired up, ready for his boxing on the 29th. There's still tickets available if anybody wants to come and have a look.
£25 stand-in tickets. Let us know.
Be a good night, mate.
Definitely will be. Anyway, back to this. How are we looking?
Yeah, so we're looking all right, mate, to be fair. I'm just saying to the guys, Ewan's playing in a league that he shouldn't be playing in, but we're West Marsh of old, so Ewan's been with us for years. So I don't have any animosity or any shame for him playing in a division he shouldn't be in, because it's right that he plays with us. It's just about us getting back to where we should be.
Yeah, definitely. The thing about Ewan in league rules, he's got to take it as playing in the league and not black ball rules, because you watch some of his shots when it's league and he's not thinking properly, he's thinking black ball all the time, which is a good thing because he's bringing his balls out for a dish. But there's times this season and last season where it backfired on him. So he just needs to think a little bit more, but it's Ewan at the end of the day. He'll play how he wants to.
Well, it's funny because you saying that, he's just pinged the yellow out that's opened all this guy's reds. Now, I know it's Wednesday Division 1, but these guys are no mugs.
No.
And to be honest with you, looking at them reds, I would expect 50%, 60% of the players in town to think these are going to bed. So Ewan could actually lose the first frame here. And again, it's purely because he gets this sort of ambitious...
Playing a black ball shot.
Attacking head on.
Yeah.
But he's got very fortunate there.
He has. Now, he hasn't left him much, so...
And Ewan will not even think of safety
no,
here.
Definitely not.
That's not what he does.
I'd be surprised.
Double. He's playing a double to leave that one in the middle. Watch. That's Ewan, you know.
He's covered one of them balls though, because if the guy takes this one over the pocket, he's leaving himself a long one to the far corner, and he can't get to the one at the cushion. If he goes for this one into the corner, he could cannon Ewan's yellow in and give Ewan 2 shots.
He's just made it awkward for him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, all this guy's done here, he's played into Ewan's hands a little bit.
Yeah, you'd have played that. That shot he played, why not play it with a bit more power to push it over to the back?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because he's left it in no man's land, so all Ewan's got to do, get rid of this, try and... Well, he might come into this one on the cushion now.
He's just got to find a way of getting that one sorted on the cushion, and I think he's probably going to go up and down off the back cushion. Or we might even play it so that he runs it down the rail. With him, you can never call with Ewan because you just don't know what he's going to do. So he's left a shot there. And to be honest with you, a player of Ewan's ability, 9 times out of 10 this goes in, but you never know. Well, there you go. And that's it. That's the difference in levels. I don't know what he's going to do here. I was going to say he was yanking up a bit high, wasn't he? He was good. He was yanking up a bit high.
I'd have fancied the double there myself, to be honest.
He didn't look comfortable on that. The way he elevated that cue.
But how many bites of the cherry does this guy want now? This
well,
is it. Oh, terrible shot.
Wow. Wow. You'd like to think that they're playing an order of their number one is probably their better player. He's got away with one. He's got away with one. I don't know if he's got enough to see that. He might have.
Walking around the table with the biggest smile on his face.
You missed my opening comments earlier on. I said I've not put myself down for the front six because the way I played against Nick Smith earlier on, I was awful. Got absolutely eyed. But hey ho, it's Paul. That's where it goes.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Nick's not a bad player, is he? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
he plays a standard above us, but
I was awful.
It's always a close game.
This don't get missed. Not in them bags.
That goes in off.
Oh, he's watching it. He's watching it. He got away with it.
Going back to their order, you'd like to think that this is their starting order, or they've seen the way our results have gone, looked at the way we've put our team out, and then gone a different way. But saying that, the away team puts down first, so at the end of the day, it's 50-50 game. It's GY rules. There's teams pulling out the leagues now due to not wanting to play these rules, which I totally understand.
Well, I think we're going to have to look at the way Ewan plays the game, and he's not overly keen, but he does it because he's with us.
Yeah.
He would give it up in a heartbeat, and he wouldn't even bat an eyelid.
To be honest,
I think Brad's the same, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that the next Summer League, you're not going to see 30% of the teams you are throughout the leagues unless black ball rules come in, because people are just getting fed up with them now.
I think the only thing I would say is Mark Drury, to be fair to him, he's recognised it, and he is sort of trying to pick the conscience of the people that don't want to attempt them.
Yeah, I
Well,
see
he
him.
can't do it on his own. He
No,
just can't.
definitely
And
not.
I don't believe, I don't think he'd have to.
No, I see him putting on the Grimsby Pool League on Facebook that any teams wanting to know how to learn black ball rules, he'll happily go along, show them, or ask some other members of the pool leagues to do, which is a good thing. If that's what it takes to push black ball rules through, excellent. But I can see in the next 6 to 12 months, with 2 pool halls being open, one of them could push towards doing a black ball league with teams who don't want to play Grimsby rules.
Again, with this frame, I have to apologise because I don't actually know the Clee Colts players, so I don't want it to be all one-sided. I really don't, and we'll call it as fair as I can. But from our point of view, we've got a young kid, Liam Holtz, on here now, and I know I've spoke about him in a couple of times when I commented on Sunday night for that Flyers and he won the plate. I have got a lot of admiration for him, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on tonight. But he's been nothing but consistent for us so far. He won 2 last week at our biggest rivals in the division, so I don't anticipate him to lose tonight, but we will see.
Yeah, he's looking good. Seeming that he spent the last 2 years at university not really playing, and when he comes home, he's playing excellent pool for that standard. He's just only going to get better. He's another one, I think, himself with a good 12 months solid practice. Brad Burrell, James Reynolds, 3 young players to watch out for, definitely.
There's one way to beat somebody like that, though, Scott, and that's keep him off the table. And if you look at these yellows, mate, you'd fancy these, wouldn't you?
Yeah, plugins from here, to be honest.
And he's broke this if he puts these to bed.
It's how he goes about getting onto the one the nearest to the middle pocket to the one that is playing.
Well, he's got
now.
to push through this, hasn't he, a little bit? Surely. Yeah, I think he's played that reasonably well. Because he'll plop that into the... I'll tell you what, they haven't played their best player at number 1.
No, definitely
This guy
not.
can play, clearly.
You can tell from his break-off shot to the way he's taking his shot selection now. Yeah, albeit he might have gone a little bit too further than what he wanted to then, but again, it's just a little stun into the corner bag.
It's compromising the black now, isn't it? How does he get from there? You know, I mean, he can draw it back, no problem, it's straight.
Screw
but he
across with a bit of power, but then he risks
on these
the wobble.
On these pockets,
yeah, he risks
they don't
wobbling
take it, do they?
No.
I was going to ask you about the Milson Caborn game, but we'll come on to that when this frame's sort of levelled out a bit, because I don't want to interrupt the frame, because he's on a break dish. I tell you what, this guy can play a bit, and I don't know him.
It was a very good effort there. There's not much really he could have done with that.
When you look at their player that's been on number 1, with no disrespect to the guy, he was not at this level.
No.
But clearly their best player didn't fancy playing number 1, and then probably anticipated they'd have to play Ewan or Brad. And why would you? You would avoid playing them if you know if you know the play for us. And but now Liam's at the table, I'd anticipate him to do a little bit of something. He'll find
it's a bit different to his dad and his uncle.
Yeah.
He's got a bit more of a safety game about him, so he will think pot, tuck up. But the way he's gone down for that, the way he's gone down for that, he might fancy it. Depending on how tight that red is on the top cushion.
One thing I do like about Liam is he surprises you, because you think he's going to do one thing and then all of a sudden he'll do something totally different. So he might drop a few of these in, then that one at the bottom cushion, which is a bit awkward, he might get tight up behind it and get himself 2. And then
it all depends how he leaves himself positioned with that red, what's on the bulk line.
The one thing I like about him is he tries to win a frame for the team. He doesn't try to win it for himself. And I think it's a really good quality. And I'm not saying his dad and his uncle don't want to win for the team. Sometimes their own thought process costs the team.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it a couple of times where 70% of the team players are playing for the win for the team. 30% are going out, see how many balls they can smash in straight away, and then concede 2 shots. But then we've had other games where we've all played for the team. And we've been unbeatable.
He fancies these, I think, mate.
Yeah,
he's got a little angle to drop him behind that difficult red.
To leave himself with an angle to come back onto the black.
I'd say yeah,
Beautiful shot.
And do you know what? Both players have played well in this frame. It's a shame.
Who's took the chance the best?
Yeah,
and
it's a
the
shame.
way it
really.
is, it's Liam.
I did think the black was going to
Yeah.
be. Wow, fair play to him. And we need to make sure it gets marked down because I'm pretty sure one visit is as
One visit 8 ball from your first visit.
superb, Liam.
Excellent.
And that puts it. And do you know what? That just shows the form he's going into that tournament this
Yeah.
weekend in Scunny. So fair play to him.
Yeah, it's a shame that that's had to move to Showman's, but well done Showman's for
Putting
coming
it on.
in and
Yeah.
bailing JDP out. No fault of their own. They haven't been able to open due to circumstances that they can't control. And I know we're in Q World at the moment, but these should have stepped up maybe and said, we'll take it on.
I don't know what the politics behind it was, if I'm honest. I don't even know if it was even offered. But that's not for us to get into a debate about. But what I was going to pick up before that frame, because that was quite a good frame, Paul, actually, is I was just going to say to you, you're going to be in for the K-Ball-Milson game week on Sunday.
Definitely. I'm not missing that one.
The thing is, it's going to be a great game. You know, Mick Rouse is coming on commentary. I know Chunk's going to want a bit. You need to get yourself in here with us.
I think, personally, the game should start at 11 o'clock in the morning because the way both of them can play, and it's no disrespect,
Milson
they're both
out of bed at 11 o'clock in the morning.
they're both fantastic players, but we see how Ryan used the slowdown game to his advantage over Ewan, and in a couple of tournaments, I've seen Mike play a slowdown game. We might be totally out the ballpark here, and there might be break dishes, reverse dishes all over the place. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
I think what you'll find is, if one of them draws the other one into a tactical game, they'll complement it with their own tactical game.
Yeah.
Whereas Ewan didn't really do that against Ryan. He was attack.
Yeah,
attack.
Ewan, I think the
And
occasion
Ryan,
got to him the
fair,
most.
Ryan was on that day was mustard. Now, I'll be honest with you, because I don't want to call the K-Ball-Milson game. I even said to Ryan myself, if you play pool like that against anybody, whether it be Michael K-Ball, Clint Ianson, it doesn't matter. You've kept them sat down.
Yeah.
He didn't. No one had a chance to respond. So he does that against Michael, then he's in for a massive
But
shout
then
again.
Mike can do the same. Mike's capable of doing exactly the same. So this is why it's going to be a fascinating game. It's going to be like a game of chess. You're not going to know until 12 to 16 frames in of how the game's going to go. I honestly think it might go frame for frame until near enough the end.
We definitely need to. We definitely need to see Ewan play another money match at some point in the process. Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? They're asking me to update the score, which is 2-0, but they haven't left me the little clicky box, and I don't want to start playing with stuff because if I lose the stream, people are going to start freaking out at me because there's genuinely people watching this.
All right, if you want to know the score,
It's
gents,
2-0 to West
it's
Marsh.
2-0 West Marsh.
As soon as I
But
can
just comment, or we'll try and just keep in mind that we are watching a game rather than talking about future events.
Yeah, Bones is in the house who does all the stuff from here, and I'm sure if I go and give him a shout in between frames, he'll be able to get the drop-down box where I can update it. I'm just not that tech-savvy, and when I did the commentary on Sunday, I started playing with stuff and it all went a bit nuts, so I ain't touching anything.
Yeah, I don't think on Sunday you could help the people not being able to comment, though. I think that was a YouTube problem because it was the same for the Showman stream
not the
and stuff
commentary
like
so
that.
much, but I started clicking buttons and all sorts of things going wild, so I thought, right, I'm leaving this. But yeah, the commentary was a bit of an issue on Sunday. It was a shame that we couldn't have more interaction really, because it was quite a good. It turned out to be a good tournament in the end.
Well, they are, and that's why I put the idea towards Lee and John in the first place, because that's how it was 15 years ago in the OQ world. You'd walk in on a Saturday night and there'd be a knockout going, and it was open all levels. You didn't care who you played, and it's what's needed to be done. And if the last two's proved a success.
He's in off though. He's in off. And at GY rules, you get to carry your 2 shots, Ewan. So I tell you what, I don't know much about the guy who's playing, but if he plops that one in the middle first and then runs that one down the rail, there's nothing.
You've either got the middle one or the one that is
Yeah,
in line of now
either
to
or.
drop onto that.
Just got to make sure he gets onto that one on the cushion, and this should be game over. But yeah, quickly going back to what you were saying, I was having a quick chat with Mick about it because he popped in on Sunday with his grandson, and even he said he went, these are just going to get bigger. I mean, there was 24 players in on Sunday night, and everybody had a bit of a good time, and everybody got to play some decent pool. They will get bigger, these events, and the big hitters will come and play. But it don't worry me so much.
No. And at the end of the day, it's £10.
And that's the point.
And if you lose in the first round, you're going into a loser's side. So you've got 2 bites of the cherry. But what I will say is, people need to start thinking.
He's only got a single shot now. He's got to play it like black ball, this guy. He's got to finish like he's playing black ball. He's got no 2 shots to carry. So he's got to get this right. But really, if he hits this with a dead weight, he's on the black anyway.
Cushion back in the same bag.
He can drop this. I mean, he don't want to be playing it with bottom because then he's going to lose control of the cue ball. But let's see. That's a hell of a shot. He's took one off Ewan. Fair play.
He's not the first one this season to do that either, to be honest. It's happened quite a lot with Ewan.
He's lost 1 or 2.
But going back to the flyer a second while we just wait for the next frame to be set up, what's going to happen is people need to start thinking less is more. And rather than putting one on every week, every 2 weeks, once a month is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
On a Sunday night when the place is not very busy, £10 flyer, start it at 4 o'clock, 32 people, even more.
Someone's just told. I don't know who's done that. If Bones is doing it off his phone, then the guy's an absolute genius. Thank you very much, whoever's done that. I shall update. Thanking you. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're absolutely right. What I was saying is, because the only reason there wasn't 32 players there Sunday was because the county guys had done so well away. But there was Brad Jude's playing it, Potsy came back, K-Born came back. So you would have had a fistful of big hitters, which would have made it an interesting mix.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to play it around the county game. So when there's not a county game on a Sunday, bang one on, get everyone in. That's the best thing. Sunday night, it's dead in here most of the time. Fill all 6 tables up, get it going.
I think we're about to see, if I remember rightly, when I put the sheet down, so I did the list tonight for our team. I'm pretty sure you got Mr. Dougie Hutch coming up next. But fair play to Clee Colts. That was he took them well. I mean, Ewan's given it, and Ewan's done it and played it and been done. So I think we've had a phone call. Is that Mr. Rice on the phone? How we doing, Mr. Rice?
Yeah, we can update it ourselves now, mate.
Yeah, it's all on there, Ricey, so we can update the scores as people need it.
You just enjoy your day off, mate. We know how much you grab for this place, so you enjoy your time off.
I thought Spicy was coming in for the second half. If I have to play a frame, Ricey, I'll not be happy.
Yes, that's it, mate.
So, we move on to frame 4.
Nice one, John. Appreciate that, mate. Don't worry, I'm off soon myself anyway, mate. I'm dripping.
Oh, heck. So, I believe
Nice one.
Mr. Dougie Hutch has won the toss and he will break. Dougie's been playing some really solid pool this season. And the thing is, I know he's been called out in a few tournaments by Jace Reynolds and stuff, because Dougie is a proper stalwart. He has been around a lot longer than people realise. And at times, he does phenomenal things. And then, he lets himself down at times, but he's just a solid pool player.
Yeah, he's a steady player, Doug. You'll get 75% brilliant pull off him, and then 25% of himself lets himself down. But we're all like that. We're all can play like that, and we can all.
He's
not
another
play
one
as
that's
good.
got good temperament. You see, with me, when I start losing, I lose my ass or lose my head.
Yeah, Dougie just
You
shrugs
never
it off
see
and has a
with Doug.
laugh.
You never see it with Dougie. You never see it.
At the end of the day, it's a game of pool. I like to take it serious when I play. I don't like losing. But some players did shrug it off and say, we go again, which good attitude to have, to be honest.
So he's just negotiating which colour I think he wants to take here. Is he playing yellow onto a red there? Wow. Well,
So that's left himself a reds.
He's thinking black ball, isn't he, there? He's thinking, I'm going for the kill here. And he does have that sort of attitude towards the game. If it's there, and this is what me and Scott were saying earlier on, sometimes he'll try and create some of that isn't quite there, which costs him a lot of frames, but when it comes off, it looks fantastic. And I think he's left himself a bit hampered, to be honest, so he's had to play a bit of a safety shot in some respects.
Wasn't too bad, that, but I think I'd have gone for the one off down at the bulk end. Left the white where that is and brought that down open. But we'll see how the frame pans out from here. Wouldn't want to be yellows at the moment.
It's very difficult when you're playing a team that you don't really know anything about their players and you don't know what their ability or capability is. So it makes it a bit hard. We know what Doug can do, but this guy could come on and start tying him up in knots. We'll just have to see. I mean, he's not left him anything particularly easy there to get cracking on with, and he's covered a bag. So fair play to him.
Be tempted to bring that one down off the bulk now. Leave the guy shot on, because he's got a couple hampered what are going nowhere at the moment. So just entice him into trying to clear a couple of his balls and make a mistake.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think sometimes you have to get the black ball rules and the GUI rules mixed, don't you? So by getting that one off the back cushion there, it's out in the open. You ain't got to negotiate it. I mean, he's playing a ball here, which isn't even a problem for him. And all he's done is push the yellow into a position where he probably didn't want to do.
No, but there now, he's made that go into a plant into that bottom corner. So it has worked out all right, but it was the wrong shot selection there, in my opinion anyway.
I do think sometimes the more black ball our team play, there's sometimes when they come to play the game GUI rules, and I know, and people say, well, there isn't that much difference. Genuinely, there is. I think you have to really play a lot of black ball to realise how different the game is, because you don't get two shots that carry over. You do have to develop balls to go for the kill. So it is a different game. You're essentially potting balls to get to the black, but it is a different game. It makes you think differently totally. When I first started playing black ball, I struggled big time. Based on the performance getting Nick Smith, I struggle today.
Yeah, it's like now, if this was black ball now, I wouldn't be tempted to play this one to the middle pocket. I'd be tempted to play this one near Dougie's two reds across to the other bag.
To bring it out.
Yeah.
And, I think the concern he's got here, though, is Dougie ain't got a red that I don't think he can't pot.
No, the only one he's got to get to is that one at the bottom, but he can get to them that one off any of them two to the middle bag.
I was just going to say the same. Dougie's good at creating angles, to be fair to him. I think this guy's going for a double here.
But he could have played the fair shot.
The thing is, though, there's no disadvantage or advantage to potting the ball just potting. He's going to get this one out. So he's sort of calling Dougie's bluff. If this goes in, he's on for a finish. And now he's saying to Dougie, right, what you going to do? I don't know if he's knocked that off kilter to stop the plant.
Dougie, to be honest now, you could just play the plant gently, bring the white back across to the side of the table he's on, and you're leaving that guy with nothing.
I was going to say...
And the bag covered.
Yeah, exactly. But knowing Doug the way we know him, he's going to go for the kill.
Second bite of the cherry to get onto that one at the...
The problem he's got is he absolutely will get on this. He only has to drop this in with a bit of top and he's on it. But if that don't plant anymore, he's got a little bit of weight to do. But then he could play that shot you could call. Yeah. Just cover the bag. And in GUI rules, it's a big,
Drop in behind it.
Oh, I didn't expect him to miss that.
No, but again, this guy's going nowhere. Yeah, he's got a very thin cut. But if it goes in, the white's travelling back up the table and he's not left himself a shot on.
I was just going to say, I think if he plays the thin cut, he don't want it in. He wants it covering that bag or else it's frame over.
But the way that could go, that could easily kiss off the red and drop in, which he doesn't want. Yeah.
Big back.
Or does he play the up and down?
Danny Green was in earlier on, playing against... What's the name of the geezer that played Walker that time?
Matt Farley.
Yeah, he was playing him earlier on tonight.
I've heard the rumours are John Leyland's going to start charging Dan Green half his council tax bill because he's up here that amount.
Well, I said I'm led to believe he's charging him for bin collection.
It's the only place Dan's queue needs to be, is in the bin.
Yeah. I walked in tonight, he went, bloody hell, are you here again? I was thinking you were having a laugh. Let's see what Dougie plays here. It do you
Cracking
know what?
shot.
It
Another
didn't-
plant again.
It didn't look like it went, did it? It
No.
looked like it knocked off kilter, but clearly it did. And
That's
one,
not a bad. It's not a bad shot. That.
the one I thought that did go didn't. Oh, Dougie maybe knackered it so it didn't. I mean, he's still got one left, so you'd still expect Dougie.
You'd
from
fancy
here.
him from here.
Oh, all day long. I think he's under that a little bit.
Up and down. Oh, stunned back across to the middle of the table.
Can he get away from that black? See, it's fine margins, isn't it? See, now, it's all good and well potting this red. You can't pot this red, in my opinion, you're already forced to get back down to pot that black in the middle.
No, you just hoping the white comes back across the table to where the red is nearly, and the black into their bag.
Does it pass, do you think, looking
Yeah.
at that camera angle? I think it probably does.
But again, we always say it's easy for us to be sat here watching it on camera. It's completely different when you're in and around the table.
And you know what? The one thing I've realised is you've got a certain plan in your head, a certain route, and you don't like to deviate. Me personally, I don't like to deviate from it. So Dougie's played that, and that's fine. But in my head, I'd have been thinking, well, I want that black to go in the middle, so I'm going to try and force it, and that's where I would cost myself. Whereas Dougie, to be fair, has played a sensible shot.
Yeah, he's looked at where that guy's.
The only problem is he's left an angle right for this guy to play a seriously naughty snooker.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, definitely. And
Look,
GY rolls.
he's got a yellow and a black, like tight together like that. And Bourbon's struggling. Oh, he's gone in off. He can't go in off against Dougie. You can't. Bourbon's got cramp. He stood up dancing like Gary Glitter.
I'm doing a.
No swearing.
I'm doing a little Irish jig because my hamstrings are just cramping up.
Oh dear. Right, 2 shots from here. You carry the 2. It's got to be 3-1. It's gone in off. Oh. Okay, so I'd still say what Dougie will do here, he'll play a little cross double. He might play it just slightly short to make sure he guarantees the pot in the middle. But I could be calling that completely and utterly wrong. But knowing Dougie, that's what I'd anticipate him to play. He's just cuts it straight in. And that makes it 3-1.
Yeah, you can't leave Dougie 2 shots like that. The guy was unfortunate to going off because you could see what he was trying to play. Like you said, he's trying to tuck in behind that with it being GY rules.
The thing is, Danny Morton said this to me a few months ago, and he says, look, he's not a big fan of GY rules. He really isn't. In fact, he can't stand them. But what he said to me was, when you're a black ball player and you get into a position where you've got a couple of balls left on the table and you get 2 shots, whether it by you've get 8 them or you just get them by luck, he went, you can't lose.
No.
He went, you cannot lose a frame of pool because you're so used to playing your first shot and then you have to finish. If you've potted, you've always got that insurance policy of another shot.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely bang on. And I never used to look at it like that until I started playing black ball.
The bullet there is starting to put a bit of timber on the young lad, isn't he?
The bullet is reffing, and he'll be hating this. And up next we've got Jace Neal. So Jace Neal joined us this summer. He's never been with us before, not even in the olden days. He's one of Dougie's good mates, and he's come across from a team in the Prem. I'm not sure who it was, Winter Prem. He's been a steady Eddie. He's probably not won as many games as he'd like to. If he was very honest.
Yeah, he's had some terrible luck. Start of the season.
Great,
start of the season he had some terrible luck. But that's the way it goes. It's happened to Ewan tonight. Look at his second frame. He went in off when you wouldn't have expected him to. And when you get a decent player that punishes you, it can't be helped.
And you can bet your bottom dollar now that this young lady that's just cracked these open can play a bit. I've just got a feeling. Oof. That's a bad miss though, and it's still an open table, you know. So Jace is well within his right to take these yellows on that she wanted.
To be honest, mate, he might fancy the reds from here.
Yeah, well, 2 have already gone down in the bin, haven't they? So
all he's got to do is come up to that one over to the middle bag, and you've got 2 to the end bag.
Oh, he has gone yellows. I didn't think he'd gone for them.
That was a bit of a rash shot, though.
To be fair, though, I think if he plops this in, the one down the rail, there's nothing really stopping this, is there? He's developed it. That's a nice shot.
And this is what we've noticed about him throughout the season. he gets straight down and you think he's going to play certain shot and he surprises you. Sometimes it's worked out excellently for him, and sometimes it's backfired.
Just to confirm, yeah, the chat is working, Ricey. I mean, no one's actually commentating. Also, Steve Miles has just jumped on. Just to let you all know, I'm taking the tourney at Showman's down this weekend up the miles. So Stevie Miles is calling that he's winning it. Well, Steve, all I'll tell you is I've had a little wedge on one of my boys, Liam Holtz. So good luck with that.
Brilliant shot there by Jace.
And anyway, yeah, Scott's right. That was a hell of a shot by Jace. And this is what we said about him, isn't he? He's got the arsenal. He's just, I think he found it a little bit nervy joining a team like the Marsh. And that's not in a big-headed way.
There's a lot of big egos in our team.
Massive.
A lot of big egos, and he has been for years, but rightly so.
A lot of big Stella drinkers as well.
We come from the West Marsh, and we're not bothered about who we take on and where we play them.
Oh, back in the day, it was.
And to be honest, I'm looking forward to the Winter League, where we can have a crack at the Prem, hopefully.
I mean, I'm expecting Jace to go close to these, but just before he does finish these, breaking news. Popsy said to me earlier on, he went, "So when's my transfer back to the Marsh?" He was always a Marsh boy.
I'll take John any day of the week. He just needs to come and ask. We had it with him though. We had it with him before the summer though. He said he was going to sign and he didn't.
Roll it home.
Excellent, Jace. Well played.
I'll tell you what, that's hell of a finish.
That'll boost his confidence now for the rest of the season.
He hasn't had one of them all season. And do you know what? It didn't matter who was at the table there.
He wasn't missing.
He's really nailed that. Yeah, so from my point of view, it'd be great to have Potsy back.
It's not just that. We're starting to build a team now where players want to start coming to play for us. And that's not being big-headed. It's because the atmosphere when we play league games, we're not just all sat there drinking Coke, drinking pints of orange juice. We're out for a laugh, we have a drink and we can play pool. And we'll surprise a few teams in the Winter League in the Prem. We're starting to build a really good, solid team.
Ricey's on, up the Marsh. He loves it. I mean, Ricey joined us. He's never been a Marsh boy, but he's joined us and he's never looked back. He loves it, absolutely loves it. And I'm not saying he don't miss playing with June.
He loves playing with June. So did a fair few men back in the day when the old pool leagues. No, she's a good steady player. I lost to her in the Winter League, and that's the way it goes. June's brilliant. She's been around the pool league for years.
One thing I will say, for she fights a corner. She's always been committed, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So.
Everyone likes to be there.
Players. She's got Michael Dent and Tommy Orton signed for her. She always picks them out. She always finds these up and coming. I mean, Michael Dent, who won the Flyers on Sunday night, playing in Division 3, I think they play in.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at you and playing in this division, believe me, Michael playing in that division is a joke.
Is another snooker player who's transitioning across the pool, like Brad. Brad's snooker, but the last 12 months is took to pool like a duck to water, and it's been brilliant to watch. And he's entering the next big hitters, so I believe. And he'll admit he's not up there yet, but he's not scared about who he plays. Right, this is my last frame. I'm going to watch the bullet.
Yeah, and then we'll call half time and we might be back for the second half. I'll see if I can bring somebody else in for the second half, but I'll try not to bring Brad in because all he does is talk about himself, and I'm sure no one wants to hear everybody talking about Brad. Might even get Potsy in for a little bit of commentary still in the house, seeing he's not playing tonight. Might even get a chat with Michael Dent, who won the Flyers on Sunday. We never know. Well, let's see how the bullet gets on. I'm sure, I'll tell you what, I never want any of my team to lose, but I'll tell you what, when he does it, Brad doesn't take it well. He really don't, bless him. But I don't see him losing a frame of pool.
He won't lose in this league.
He did lose one last week. He lost one to Jamie Osborne. And to be fair to the kid, he took him out very... To be fair, even Brad said, I don't know how he's finished them.
Yeah.
It was 6-all last week against Clee Workingman's A, Tommy Stay's team. Probably our biggest rivals. And we were 6-4 down with 2 frames to go. And it was only me and the bullet that pulled us through, wasn't it?
Well, that's it. But that's a good point away in this league. It kept us top. We didn't drop the wins.
Ian Taylor, that's Taff, I think. Feed the bean. He's not here tonight, Taff. He couldn't come because he's got Littleton and stuff. But the bean loves being part of the Marsh. He's been with us again. He's another one.
Just drags his tail now and again, does Bean.
It's a big tail, isn't it? But Bean's been with us for donkey's years. He's another one. Proper Marsh lad.
And he's taken to black ball rules really well as
I'm
well.
looking forward to that return leg with Blasty, but so's Blasty. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
They're
different
both
game.
up for it.
Be a different game next time.
Bean will admit he threw that away. When you're 10-4 up.
And then 15-11.
Yeah.
But the thing is, every time we mention it on here, he texts me and goes, "Can you stop talking about my match?"
Yeah, that's Bean. He don't like it. Oh,
Sorry, mate.
Bobby's just walked in and took us out with a door.
Bobby's just put Scott through the window, so he's not fighting anymore. Bobby's taking his place. I won't fancy the opposition.
Right, so let's see what the bullet's going to do here. His mum's cut his hair again today, by the looks of it. He hasn't had a decent haircut since he come out the womb.
To be fair, the way AJ got smashed on Saturday, I'd fancy Bobby to knock him out.
Well, we won't talk about that because my boy, the Gypsy King, said it all along.
Yeah.
He's a bodybuilder. He's got no gas tank. His muscles have just depleted his body of oxygen, and that's what's happened.
Oh, Brados. Yeah, I mean, look, his chin was like awful, wasn't it? And if I'm honest with you, the one thing I would say is if Deontay Wilder hit him the way Ruiz was allowed to hit him, he would have been in a body bag.
But people underestimated Andy Ruiz, saying, "Oh, it looks like the little kid out of Up and is a fat little boxer." Brilliant amateur background.
I'd fight him.
Only lost to Joseph Parker on a split decision in New Zealand, which many boxing plaudits 41.
I have to tell you, Taft's just come on and said Bean is not allowed out. There's not that ain't the truth, Taft. He just literally can't be here because he's got his lad and he ain't got a car. And that, I'm not making excuses for Bean. I'm sure we'll read the comments and he'll
The Wally only lives over the footbridge near Asda's and Tesco's though, and Ewan's brought his lad in, so I think Bean's just being tight. He didn't want to pay for half a Coke.
Oh dear. He wasn't there last week, was he? For that 6-holer? No, we didn't have Bean last week.
No,
And the week before
he turns up when he wants. He's like Cristiano Ronaldo. He'll turn up when he wants to turn up, thinking that he'll get a game. But he needs to be careful, does Bean? I've got people wanting to sign for me. And the way the Onion's not turning up.
Yeah, but he's got Marsh blood in him. Oh,
Yeah.
Brad, you thought that went, my friend, and it didn't. Brad was a bit eager there. I still think that this guy's got... This is the guy that played number 1, against Ewan. And he absolutely had 2 or 3 chances and nosed it up. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do it this time, but that would tell me otherwise. Brad's got to put these to bed now. The thing is, it's weird because, like, on Sunday, and I know
Again,
it's different,
played that bit
different
short.
level of pressure and it's different who you're playing against. He played county on Sunday night, Brad, and he was the star. I mean, I'm not just saying this genuinely. They was calling him the star man. He was won 4 out of 4 at county level. Anybody that can do that, that's massive.
He's been lucky there. He's left that as a plant. But he just ran a bit short on that yellow that he just took then. And
Genuinely, if this guy drops this in, regardless of how
is he just going to leave the white on the cushion?
See, I would have done that. I think he's underestimated Brad here. Brad always finds something. All right, I don't know. I can't even commentate anymore. My commentary's gone belly up. Brad always finds something. Yeah, he finds a way to give his opponent a shot now. Seriously.
Well, no, that's come too much off the cushion.
Yeah.
That's played straight into Brad's hands.
Yeah, we'll love this. If he doesn't lose his chalk.
He'll lose his onions if he loses, though.
Oh, that and you hear? You know what? I just heard the crowd outside. He's even waving. Look,
I really hope he misses this black man.
You'll not miss this, mate. He's going to bed all day long. There was. Do you know what? It's interesting. 5 Ewan.
Oh, he's switched hands.
Oh,
played Brad.
I just have to point out that it's 5 Ewan. So Ewan was giving me some grief earlier on about getting murdered by Nick Smith, but it's 5 Ewan.
Right, lads.
Right, so that's our time, guys. I think we're going to lose Scott for the second half. I'll certainly pop back on and try to do a little bit for you. And it's over and out, and we'll see you shortly.
See you soon, gents. Cheers.
ball.
Yeah, mate. Oh, you listen back.
Yeah, I just had a quick listen to see what he said.
So I think the Bullets just joined us for the first frame or two.
Yeah, I'll have a
Scott's
quick...
gone now. So we're 5-1 up. It's 5 Ewan, should I say, which is always nice.
Nice.
Bullets continued with his winning ways. So we've got Walker at 2 now. Walker didn't play in the first 6.
Walkers on yellows.
Another one of these solid players, really, Graham.
Played rubbish today, that was Dave.
Yeah, you played the guy Ewan beat as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't play very well, but I'm not arsed.
They've got one sort of reasonably good player.
Scott
that played
Gibbons,
against,
yeah. Liam, yeah, he's really good at snooker.
He took his balls well, Liam, didn't he? Against him?
Yeah. It helps when he puts all 7 and you've got so much margin for error, then, haven't you? You can do what you want in Grimsby Rules. You can tap out, you can do this, you can do that.
Yeah,
but,
we was trying to call some of the shots some of their team was going to play because we don't know any of them.
No.
And even GY rules, it's hard to call what they're going to do because they do some erratic things. But Graham on yellows, I'll tell you what,
he's got half a chance.
I was going to say, I think he'll leave.
If he drops this one in, just drops it in, and then plays the other one and it moves that red.
There you go. Give him an angle now.
Yeah, move that red near the yellow, and it goes in this bag then.
So it might be worth pointing out now that we've just found out, and I didn't know this before the game, good shot, that they have only got 5 players. So we, have won, in essence, we won the game already. But what we have discovered is, so 2 of our players haven't got to go without a frame of pull, although we've won the frames. Potsy's going to help them out. But that's nothing against any rule leagues or anything like that.
Are you playing, Stead?
I'm not going to have a frame tonight, I don't think.
No.
I'm not going to bother. But as soon as this is over, I'm going to get back on the table and have some black balls or someone.
Yeah,
Well, it can't get any worse than what it was with Nick. But now the Stella's kicking, then I should start.
that's
being
what I
alright.
mean. I was playing Potsy earlier. I was playing rubbish. I couldn't put a ball. I was saying I can't play unless I've had three pints. But on Sunday at County, I didn't miss a ball, and it was just because I drunk. You drink quite a lot, and I just get confident like that. I think it's quite a lot of people like though.
So you know this guy then that Graham's playing?
Yes, yeah. Scott, he's a good lad. He's a nice
I don't
kid.
know
He's really, really good at snooker. He's one of the, I'd say, top 10 in town. He's under a break at snooker.
Is he?
Yeah, really good. Really good.
So there's a good chance then that he's going to put Graham in some trouble here then. I mean, I know Paul's a completely different
Yeah,
game, but
he's never really played Paul. I think this will probably be his first season, but most
Really?
snooker players from Grimsby are going into Paul a little bit. But if he,
there's money there, though, isn't
yeah, but I think he's not really bothered because he loves snooker, but he's just like he just wants to help a team out and plays 2 frames and enjoy
We
the night.
was talking about, say, the one me and Scott was on about.
Well, it's like that there. He's played the right shot. He snookered him, I think.
Yeah.
If there's a gap to pot, it's unlucky, but he knows the right shots. He's got a great temperament. Same as snooker. If he misses, and if he's losing 10-0 or winning 10-0, you won't know because his temperament's just so good. He's really good at snooker. He left the gap.
Lost a sniff, but I don't know if Graham's over it.
He has, I think. He might be able to see an
I don't
edge.
think he's totaled or anything like that, but yeah, me and Scott was on it, but they said the one saying how you was all snooker and now all of a sudden you've just burst onto the pool scene, like, and in another 6 months, I'd tell you now, you're going to be commanding it.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's the plan. I've got my
I mean,
game.
don't get me wrong, you're always going to have your big hitters that's going to always rival you,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
K-Ball, Milson, that, and Ewan, but you are going to be absolutely in that mix, and all of a sudden you've just gone boom, and snooker was always your game as well, wasn't it? You weren't interested.
Snooker's my game, yeah. I've come to pool, and to be fair, in 7 months' time, how long I've been playing pool, I've come on.
Was Matty
so
Lawton a
much.
snooker player as well?
He still plays snooker. He's not a pool player.
He hasn't bad though, does he?
But he's a good. Yeah, he's good at pool. But I mean, he's a snooker player. He ain't hit that. Nowhere near it. That.
He's gone wide as well. He's got the pace and the.
But yeah, a lot of snooker players coming over. I prefer pool because there's money involved, like you say. I've got a game lined up and I just enjoy it at the minute. It's a better crack. Were you lot on that? Better laugh.
Yeah, we was on about this earlier on. I mean, Potts is now saying that he's looking to come and join the Marsh lads. He was always an original Marsh anyway.
Because
so.
you enjoy it, you have a laugh, and you're not bothered win or lose. It don't matter. Whereas other teams like, oh, you should have played this, should have played that. Like that frame I played just then. If I played that for, I'm not saying any names, but a different team I've played for in the past in the Prem, the B team, why ain't you played this, why ain't you played it? But I can have a beer tonight and enjoy it. Don't matter how I play.
It's irrelevant, isn't it?
None of you will be bothered how I play.
No
but
one's ever going to get in the state that I've seen you in ever and any
That's
Wednesday
what I mean.
night. So you can do what you want
as long as
with us.
Yeah, we just enjoy it, don't we? Have a good laugh. If we do well, we do well. If we don't, we don't. But
I think it's always been our principles, though. From when we was in the West Marsh Club, I mean, bloody hell, people didn't even used to want to come and play us there because it was just wild. Funny days.
Same as Oak and Anchor. Good job you come here.
Yeah,
What were you doing?
the difference was the table in the Marsh was actually class. You had your own pool room. It was
It was all right. I went in there a
yeah, it
couple
was
of times. He's played a really good shot there.
He has, he really has. I tell
It's
you what, he'll
perfect.
take these to bits, you know.
Yeah, it's perfect. Just
If he's a snooker player,
yeah.
please go to bed.
He'll go. He gets it. He stuns us across.
And it's not even Graham's fault, you know.
No, he stuns us across.
It's not even like Graham's done anything particularly wrong.
Oh, yeah, ain't that though? I know he still should get it in the handbag.
Though, he?
Yeah.
If he left himself a long black, you'd still fancy him too.
Yeah, he still should get it, but I mean, he should have stunned it across a bit more, but he still gets it.
It's like you say though, playing snooker pool's a very different game. That's a hell of a shot.
See,
well, this guy can play
because it's from snooker. Because the potting's so hard in snooker. When you come to pool, you just find it really easy.
He's gonna get though the taste like you did for the money. Surely.
I don't think he will. He's
Really?
not like that. He's not like that, Scott. Yeah.
Shame.
He
No.
might do, but I don't think he will.
Now I don't know. I'm pretty sure you was to be on third, so it's your ref, mate.
Right, I best get off him.
Cheers, brothers. He's setting them up. So, as you see there, I didn't know the guy, and we called it earlier on in the match when he played Liam, and Liam actually had to dish to get away and beat the guy, but Brad just called it. He's a snooker player, this guy that's just beat Graham, and by hell, he took them well. You can tell. And I think there's a real threat, you know. There's a lot of good pool players, and there's a lot of people playing pool, but there's a real threat for the people that don't even realise yet the money that's in the game and the ability that they've probably got to play the game. Someone like him, you give him that guy that's just beat Graham Walker, give him 3 months, he would be playing big money matches. There's no question about it. The guy knows his way around the table. The guy knows how to pot balls. So, where do we stand? Danny Hornigold. Good evening, Mr. Hornigold. Oh, you're playing Tuesdays this year, aren't you? So you're not having to be anywhere tonight. Hope you're well. How did you get on last night, Hornigold, if you're with us? Mr. Scott Wrightham's gone home. To be honest with you, if he's got home and had a shower in this quick length of time, I bet he still smells like Danny Hornigold. So, Brad has gone out to referee, which to find him refereeing 2 in one night is staggering because he always tries to avoid it. And it is currently 5-1 officially, but unfortunately due to Clee Colts only having 5 players, we're 7-2 up to the Marsh. As I've said, because 2 of my players are not going to be able to have a frame of pool otherwise, Mr. Potsy Taylor is going to step in just to give him a frame, but obviously the result's already a full drawn conclusion. It's a thought that, Scott, soaking in the bath while you're watching the stream. Bye, Al. So, I don't know if we've lost Mr. Hornigold. He said about 6 minutes ago, good evening, and now I think he's disappeared. I hope he's not in the bath with you. So, Liam, the young man we spoke about earlier on, took an 8-ball finish out earlier. Solid little player. He'll be ready for this tournament on Saturday. But again, there's been a few guys that have commented tonight. They're fancying it as well. It's going to be a good tournament and some money put in. And we shall see how that develops. I'm sure that the Showmans will have some sort of stream and commentary on. Mr. Hornigold is with us. I spoke to the guys from Black Anvil earlier on that are playing on the new table. They said it's like, I won't repeat the words they used because it was a swear word, but they said it's very, very fast, very slick. Cushions have been sorted now. Said it's playing very, very well. I think that the risk is that it needs to be like that in that condition, ready for the Ryan Milson and Caborn game. I think it's it needs to be pristine, ready for them two guys really to go head to head for that sort of dollar. So, but they was 4-1 up when I spoke to John Steele. I think they are playing Paul Collins' team, the old Bird's Eye team. I can't remember what they're called. Only gold scrubbing Scott's back. Okay. Make sure you got a Brillo pad, mate. I think he fancies a little double here. To be fair, the game's won. This is the time to have a go now, lad. Don't worry about the consequences. But then these lads are... One thing I've noticed about some of these lads, certainly for the Marsh, and it is for anybody else, they play for the percentages and they play for pride. I mean, Scott York's got 80% last year wins in the winter. Hell of a shot, young man. Got 80% wins last year, and he was devastated to lose by 3% to Ryan Milson, who got 83%. So every frame does matter to these lads, they really do. And I have to say, I'm not quite sure. Someone will have to quote me on this. Certainly, I'm sure Scott will level up for me. I don't think Liam's lost a frame yet. I think he's 100%. And there's me jinxing him. But I'm pretty sure up until now, he is 100% in this division. James, you can't actually play on it hourly. So I know I'm probably contradicting myself by saying this because you've got a league team playing on it tonight. That's been a personal agreement with the owner. What he has said is if you're prepared to play a big money match for a grand or over, then he will allow you to practice on it a week or two leading up to the big game. But in terms of an hourly rate, you can't just come on and play on it. It's just not. That is not what's happening with that table. But Mr. Halliday, knowing you, I can pretty sure guarantee you could negotiate a £1,000 money match. Pretty sure Daz Barraclough's still looking for 500 a man, and I'm pretty sure that you was prepared to give him a rematch. So if you want to play on it, it's there, but you've got to find yourself a money match, young man. There you go. Look, rematch Daz. You know what? Rematch Daz, James, and I'll call it right down the middle for you, mate. Commentary will be absolutely mustard. I think you should, mate. I really do. And then you get 2 weeks to come and play on it. That is definitely on offer. Danny Ornigold, to answer your question, I can't answer that question. All I know is that Black Anvil, there's some sort of agreement that them guys are allowed to use it for their own games. That's a local agreement. The West Marsh boys are certainly not going to contest it, and we're probably their biggest rivals in the club. So let it be what it is. That's fine by us. But in terms of money matches, you want to play on it midweek and stuff, then you need to be playing a big game or leading up to playing a big game. Liam's just been left an absolute dolly, and I'm pretty sure if somebody can confirm, I would rather it be Scott, he's 100% this season so far in this division. Fantastic. I don't think Daz is watching because he might actually. I don't know if he plays for anybody on a Wednesday night. But what I will do, or if somebody can, while we're live on stream, ask Daz to jump on. We could even set it up live. That'd be great if we could set that match up now live on stream. That'd be awesome. But I'm absolutely sure, James, he is well up for it. And to be fair, James, you shouldn't have nothing to fear. I know you wanted a rematch at your place, but let's be realistic. The new table is totally new to both players, so Daz ain't got no advantage there either. So it'd be like both of you playing on a new sort of, not a venue, but a new table, certainly. And you played some mustard pool, young man, so you should have nothing to fear. I think that's 500 quid a man there, easy. And to be honest with you, we're backers. If you set the £1,000 match straight away, you can see we're backers, that's going to £2,000. Because people want a piece of you and people want a piece of Daz. So get it on. Get it sorted tonight. Let's get Daz on this stream. Someone needs to get Daz on this stream. Anyway, so that's Liam Ultz with another result. I think if Scott Wrighton can confirm, if he can jump on the website, he's definitely 100% this season. It makes it 8-2 to the Marsh. So again, retaining that top spot, and they're actually gaining some good frame deficit here, which is obviously what the aim is. It's all about trying to win as many frames as you can. So I'm pretty sure you're going to see next the Bullet, Brad Burrell, and then the sort of last frame, official frame for us, was given to Jace Neal to play his second official frame, purely based on the way he played earlier on. He was absolutely fantastic, and he's had a bit of a tough run of the green this season, as we said earlier on. Me and Scott, he's not had the best of luck at times, but he played outstanding earlier, so rightly so. He'll get the second bite of the cherry to win 2 out of 2 tonight. Official 2 out of 2. But before we get to Jace, who should be reffing, and by the looks of it in the screen, he's stood there not going to set the balls up. You've got Brad Burrell. I don't think you'll ever look. What you're saying, James Holliday's not playing Paul. Ridiculous. I think he is not. He's too young and he's too good to knock the game on the head. James Holliday will play Paul, and he will absolutely play Daz in a rematch. So that is happening. We just need to get Daz on this stream, because I'll tell you now, we've got dates we can set right now. We could do the first Sunday in August or first Saturday in August. And we could arrange it right this second. Not even bat an eyelid.
Hey, up.
Graham Walker's joined me now, ladies and gentlemen. I said I will try and get some co-commentators in tonight. Mr. Graham Walker's joining us.
Now then, Mr. Stead, how are you doing, mate?
I'm very well.
Yeah, nice one.
We just had a little debate about the guy you play, because Brad knows him.
Yeah.
And
He's a great player.
He played
Yeah.
fantastic against Liam. Very good snooker player. And
Yeah.
He's only just sort of coming into the pool world. But I said to Brad, if he really wanted to, he'd only need 3 months on a pool table.
Oh,
and
mate, yeah,
played
he's
the
got
big
it.
money matches. He's a
Yeah.
quality player, isn't he?
Worst thing I did is go for the finish. I should have took him a couple of bags, but they was there, and he's a good player, mate. No excuses. Better than me on the day, and probably in general.
We're sat actually watching nothing at the minute, because what should be happening, this guy in the top right hand screen, which is Jace Neal, who's playing number 4, should be setting these balls up for Brad.
No. Jace is on now. Brad should be setting them up for him.
No, Brad's number 3 in the second half of the order, and Jace is number 4.
Holy Santa Claus shit, mate.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
That's why Brad
they need
went
to go
out
on now.
to referee Liam.
Well,
Do you want to give him a shout?
to be honest with you, Paddy's getting a bit annoyed, to be honest with you. So, he needs to know that he's the referee. Yeah, he ain't happy.
So what we've just been debating before you come in, while
Yes,
we've just
mate.
been having this sort of lull time, is that, don't ignore Boban, he's just being funny, is that we're trying to set up James Halliday versus Daz rematch.
Wow, yeah.
But we're trying to
Great
get
game.
Daz on stream, because Halliday said he's up for it, let's do it. Or is it, he's ready. So if we can get Daz
Great
on stream,
game.
we could actually do a live
Yeah.
agreement now, which would be
I
the first.
think Daz is definitely up for it, without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, he is,
he keeps saying he is, so I think he will be, mate.
I'm concerned they've got the wrong order in.
I reckon they have here, eh?
Someone might. Do you want to just nip out, Greg?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well,
yeah.
if they knacker the order now, that's 2
Yeah.
frames away.
Yeah, okay.
we're gonna-
Yeah.
but I'll
Just give
hold
me-
your mic.
give me a moment.
I'll hold your mic for you. I'm pretty sure that Jace Neal is not due to play now. So check the scorecard. It should be Brad.
They're on it, mate, they're on it.
It should be Brad. Okay, yeah.
All right then, yeah, resuming, yeah.
So,
There's Dougie Dynamite there setting up the balls then.
So I just said to the guys earlier on this stream, I didn't
Right, okay.
realise these
Yep.
only had 5 players, which is a shame. I never like to see any team have 5.
No.
But so that 2 of our players don't have to go miss, Potts has decided to, although it means nothing for the league, he's stepped in just to give 2 lads a game on stream.
Keep the stream going, yeah. He's good at Potsy, isn't he? He's a class at that,
He'll
lad.
give you a game though.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
To play him, I
Oh,
think.
mate, yeah,
It's
he's
you
yeah.
and Dougie, so I think
No worries,
he'll give you
mate,
a
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Just tie him up.
Yeah. No, well, yeah.
It means now, but
Yeah.
just tie him up.
Yeah, he's a good
Right,
lad.
the white's gone missing.
Right. Is it Vanis does it?
So are we
Got
sure?
old Paul Daniels on the old table. Oh,
so
there
are
we go.
Sure, it should be Jace now. Yeah. Right. Potts has just joined in. Ah, right. Okay.
Just been saying how much of a good lad Potsy is, hasn't I? Really? And here he is. Look, he's
Play the
walked in,
back
hasn't
two
he?
frames for him.
He's walked in, here we
A
go.
good-looking one, I hope.
I'm on about on the bays, mate. I won't go as far as
I
that.
can't,
But
I
you're all right,
can't
aren't
wait
you?
to get to
Not too
commentate
bad,
on
is
a
he?
big money match for Potsy. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I got called a tosser.
Who am I?
Well, there's only that cockney lad sat at the end of the bar. They're all the same, them cockneys. Full of shit.
Oh,
I thought Ewan had gone home. Yeah, get Potsy in money match. Love that. All over that, aren't we?
yeah, like it'll be a great game, won't it? All out attack with Potsy.
tell you-
Fantastic player.
I'll tell you
Absolutely
who was having a game
fantastic.
With, Danny Green earlier on. I mentioned it on stream earlier.
See
on.
Matt Falley there.
That's who was playing with Danny earlier.
Yeah,
on.
for 50 notes. Yeah, yeah. I got my fingers burnt with him, didn't I? For about.
Yeah, I think
2-2.
I think your next money match, mate, needs to just probably be a little bit lower.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah. Like the 2 levels at the minute, mate. I'm not really on form at the
You know
moment,
what-
so
you know what I see a good money match for you, Brad Moffat. You and Brad Moffat.
Yeah, I like Brad. He's a nice lad, isn't he?
Great money match. He's a good, solid player. But
Yeah,
so
he's a
are
good
you.
lad, isn't he?
There'd be money.
Yeah.
There'd be value.
Yeah, I
in
need
that.
to put a bit of practice in, mate.
There'll
These
be value in that.
12-hour shifts are killing me.
There'd be value.
Don't
in
get
that.
on the bays enough, so you got to. Your expectations need to be lowered, don't they?
Yeah.
When you're not practicing, I
That's
don't
it.
get it in, and I'm not very good anymore, which is fine. I accept that. It is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah, but this is what I said to Nicky earlier on. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, I got me ass handed to me, which is fine. But I know my level, and this is why I get a little bit irate when people are telling me, "Oh, he's nearly played a skilly there."
Wow.
When I get told I shouldn't be entering these tournaments, I shouldn't be playing these players. I know my level. I'm not trying to con anybody, so people just need to take it as gospel. And I think, and that's a bit like you. You know, you don't get on the table enough. So let's get the levels right.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to be going into money matches with Dan Green and people like
Well,
that.
no,
Because
they
what's
do
the
them.
point? You
Well,
give
no.
him your dosh.
Well, yeah, straight
Or
away, yeah.
Potsy, you know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do it.
most definitely. Most definitely. Couldn't agree with you more.
So, Mr. Neil,
Yep. What we got going on here, eh?
he's got the Reds. I mean, he's got one really.
Oh, Paddy. Oh, you on? Sorry, Neil.
I'll tell you what, he played absolutely mustard in his first frame. He really did.
He's fantastic, yeah. He's a good player, and he's got it. Again, you turn up once a week, you can't expect to be doing fantastic, can you? And this is what a lot of us are doing, barring a couple of us. I mean, obviously, Liam's getting the practice in, fantastic talent.
He needs
He's on
to.
the up. He's
needs to.
unreal, and when he gets going.
Him
Brad as well.
Him and Brad are ridiculous.
Apart from that, a lot of us, it's once a week now, isn't it? But we enjoy it. I enjoy it anyway. It gets me out of the
Done
house
it for
a
years,
couple of
though,
hours.
Gray. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And you know, when we get to, I should say if, because that's a bit presumptuous. If we get to the Prem, you know, we'll hold our own.
I think we
Will
will.
we
Yeah,
be
yeah.
winners? Probably not, but we'll certainly give
Well, I'll tell you what,
anybody a game.
we'll have a good bloody laugh doing it, won't we? That is for sure.
That's what
I'll
Brad
tell
said
you
to
now.
me earlier on.
That is for sure.
Brad come and did a bit of commentary earlier on, and he said the one difference is with this team is he can enjoy a beer on a Wednesday night without having to worry about someone criticising the way he's played.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I said to him, you'll never get that here.
Yep.
That's not the way we do it.
Oh, no, definitely not. No.
Not how we roll.
There's a guy on the table at the moment.
Oh, wait. I hope
Oh,
he's
hey,
got one
what's
foot
going
on
on here?
I hope he's got a foot on
Tell
the
you
floor there.
what.
It's a foul.
I don't know who's dressed him, but if the fashion police was out, he'd be getting 10 years now. What do you look at him? Look at them. Well, them winkle pickers there. My God, I need a good polish. Don't they, bless him.
So Ronnie O'Sullivan's
Look at him.
turned up.
Oh, my days.
I'll tell you what, though. These could go to
I
bed.
think they could go to bed, couldn't they?
These could be over.
And to be honest with you, what he's wearing, they need to go to bed, don't they? You can't leave the house wearing that unless you're good at pool. That's all I'm going to say. Unless I knew I was good at pool, I wouldn't be wearing what he's got on. Well, he's not sure anymore, look, is he? You see them little winkle pickers he's got on, them brown ones?
but
Oh,
to
my
be
God
fair,
bless
Gray,
him. They
we
need a
all-
good... Hey,
we're-
listen, they need to see
We're
some
all,
shoe
we're all
polish.
in your shadow, mate.
No, I
You're
don't know
the model.
about that. I don't know about it. I won't go as far as Al, bless him.
What's he doing then, Gray? Is he going
I don't
past
know,
up and
mate.
down? Is he playing a bit of bottom to
Well,
kick the fat
listen.
yellow red? What's he doing here?
Me personally, and obviously I'd mess it up because I'm not that good, but I'd put a little bit of bottom left, a
cannon into
little
the
side,
red.
yeah, to cannon into the red and chance my arm.
See
But
what
a
he said?
little bit of
See what he
power.
does? You're absolutely right.
There we go,
He's
just like
nailed
that. Yeah, just like that.
He's nailed
But
that. Does he rattle this or does it go?
well, I think he'd miss, but with what he's wearing, I'm guessing he's going to pot it because again, you don't leave the house in wearing that sort of clobber unless you fucking decent at pool. Oh, excuse my French, sorry.
Yeah,
Unless you're decent at
fine
pool, you don't
words.
do it, do you?
He
And he's
took
got it, you see. We called it, didn't we? We called it. You can't wear the clothes he's wearing and come out the house unless you're good at pool.
Fantastic.
Because I tell you now, he looks like a safari hunter, but a
Fair-
really poor one.
Fair play to him. Fair play to him.
But hey, fair play, yeah.
So, we move on to Brad. We know it's 8-4.
Yep.
Is that right? 8-3. 8-3.
8-3 now,
So potentially Brad makes it 9-3, and then we see Potsy out just to give two of our lads a frame.
Correct card.
So we
We've got a
shall see.
Little break now, have we?
Well, I
Well,
think
do you know what's going on in the other tables? Then you know any
all I knew,
results tonight at
all I
or
knew at our
Yeah.
time is that Black Amber was 4-1 up.
Yeah, good team.
And they did say that new table is rapid.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they said, I mean, they mean rapid.
yeah. They know what they're talking about. They're
And do you know
great
what?
players,
And that's
great
what
players.
I mean. In 7 days' time, or best part of 10 days' time,
Yeah.
Milson and K-Bone play on that for
You,
huge money.
You fancying anybody for that, or
Staying out of it, mate.
yeah, you're staying out of it?
I
No,
just-
no opinion on
I
who,
just
who
wanna-
win, lose, or draw.
Oh, I've
or?
got an opinion, and
Yes,
but
yeah.
I just want to be able to come in here on the day, really enjoy a few beers, watch it,
Yep.
call it how it goes. You know,
Yeah.
the last time when Milson played, I was all for you and whatnot in terms.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, yeah, you've got an emotional attachment there, haven't you? So, yeah,
money.
of
I was
course, yeah.
behind Ewan.
Yeah, you're like the Don
and
King of
and
the pool world,
well,
weren't you?
I didn't enjoy it.
No, well, why would you? You had money on him, didn't you? So
But
there's a bit
this
of pressure.
time, I'm really looking
Yeah,
forward
yeah.
to it.
I think
I
it's.
was looking forward to Foden and Scotty Hulse. because I
Oh,
had nothing
what?
on
Hey,
that,
hey!
and that
What
did
a
not let
game!
down.
What a game!
If that don't
I tell
become-
you what,
If that's
what
not
a
a
game!
rematch, it's a disgrace.
I tell you now, what a game, both of them. Absolutely fantastic. I said, to be honest with you, just below Big Hitter's standard that was. There wasn't much miss. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I had some money on Scotty Hulse, and hey, no shame in watching that and watching him lose, because I tell you now, there was both top draw.
That's
Top draw, mate.
That's where Foden's come from. I'll tell you now. In the last 6 months,
Oh,
I would
he
probably
was
say
fantastic,
Wayne
mate.
Foden's probably the most improved player in this all.
Well, watching him that night, I couldn't agree with you more. He was absolutely
I
fantastic.
remember playing him about 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and I lost 15-13 from
Yeah.
being, I think I was 12-8 up. I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly.
Yeah.
And I lost 15-13, and he played really well in the back end, and I just, my ass went.
To be honest with you, I won't argue with him. He's a big old unit, isn't
But I
he?
have
He's
to
a
say-
big old lad, isn't he?
But I have to say, I won't get near that now.
No, oh
I
no,
will
no,
get- I
no,
will get 13
no,
frames off
no.
him now.
To be honest with you, he's a big lad as well. Yeah, I tell you what, if I caught him in bed with my missus, I'd tuck him in. I'd tuck him in. I mean, I'm not little, am I, either? I'm a 6'2", but I'd tuck him in, mate. I'd sat half an hour there asking for
I've
one of
known
the
Foden for years.
Yeah, he's a good lad, isn't he? Yeah, I've heard he's a good lad. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, it was a great game.
So the bullets.
There we go. We got the. We got
Oh,
the
you
ball.
can't get the bullet 2 shots
What
on
we got
there.
going on is, I don't mean to sound rude. Is that he or a she?
It's the lady.
I do apologise. Right, apologies.
Apologies. Horrific, actually.
No, apologies. The camera's a bit full.
But turn your mic off, Craig. So I'll do the commentary.
Sorry about that. The
So-
camera was a little bit fuzzy there. Shouldn't have guessed.
So 2 shots from here. I'm not expecting him to miss. I'm gonna have to kick him out in a minute. Christ on a
Why?
bike.
Said anything?
The champ is back. Scott, like, who are you talking about, Scott?
Hey? Oh, only got a little.
He's saying the champ is
something.
back. I don't know who he's referring to. He could be referring to James Halliday. Could be referring to Buzz.
Yeah.
Could be referring to you. I ain't got a clue.
Definitely ain't me.
He comes out with stuff though.
Oh, it definitely ain't
and then
me.
he thinks I'm telepathic.
Yeah,
I know I've known
yeah.
him 33 years.
He ain't got that terrible broadband, has he? I've got
Well,
that's
I
about
don't-
10 minutes behind or anything
Right.
like that. Here we go. Look, there he is. Bloody hell,
So-
look.
The bullet.
Go on, bullet.
2 in hand.
Good lad. Go on, son. Yeah, I can't see him not clearing these. He's absolutely rapid, that lad.
Me and Scott was
From
on-
anywhere. Don't matter where you
Well,
put the
me and
white on the
Scott was
table.
on, so
He
go
is
on.
absolutely
The one
fantastic.
thing about GY rolls is,
Yeah.
and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I'm saying it to you now, is when you get given 2 shots, right, in this GY rolls, you get
Yes.
to carry them all the way until you
Yes.
miss.
It's that,
Black
it's
ball,
that
you've
safety
got to
blanket.
finish.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's that safety blanket, innit, you know.
From here with 2 shots,
Yeah.
you seen him missing?
Well,
Really?
listen, mate. I
And
got,
let's be honest, this goes down
no,
as a red
no
ball.
chat. I called it 4 shots. Brad's too good. Brad is too good.
He's got 2
he's,
shots
he's
on
a
the
talent
black.
and a half, mate.
And
Yeah,
he won't
he's
need
a
them.
talent and a half. Well, of course he won't. He's too good.
And that
Look at him, he's
is another
rapid.
8 ball clearance, which
He's
needs to go
rapid.
down on the sheet. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Walker,
Yes, my friend.
I think we now get to a position where you're going to referee. Oh, he took it
Oh,
long.
right. It's all right. It's got
ambitious.
1. It
He
doesn't
got a
matter.
little
This is what we're
ambitious.
saying about carrying over.
Yeah,
Carrying
he-
the show
he
over.
did-
Commentator's case. But hey, look, too easy for the bullet, innit?
Does he
Boom.
get 8 ball clearance?
No, he doesn't. No,
No.
don't carry over
Yeah,
anymore.
put it in a one.
Not that I'd ever know, because I don't think I've had one.
Right.
I got one in about 1863, I think. Yeah.
So to conclude,
When I biked here on my penny farthing.
conclude the game,
All right,
that
okay,
calls
what's,
it 9-3 the Marsh.
Yep.
What we will do is we will stick with you for these.
Okey pokey, yep.
We'll call them. What should we call them? Exhibition matches.
Exhibition matches,
So you
yeah,
and
yeah.
Foxy
Oh
and
my
Foxy
days,
and
there we
Dougie.
go. Yeah, I'll.
So you're refereeing.
I'm going to ref
right
this,
now.
and I'm going to go and get fisted by Potsy, and then I'm going to. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and put some little chicken nugget basket and Just sob into me pillow.
So I will.
Right, I'll,
Danny Ornigold just said Brady's rubbish and overrated. I'd love
Hey,
to see
hey.
that for a money match, wouldn't you?
No, I want to see Dan. I want to see Dan Orley go to one of them.
Danny Ornigold,
One of them skin tight muscle tops. Tell you what, he's a big lad as well, isn't he? Right, over and out.
Top man. Thanks, Graham,
Tally
for
ho.
popping him. So I will stick with you guys for these last two exhibition matches. You are going to see Dougie Holtz versus Potsy, and then you're going to see Graham Walker versus Potsy. I'm not taking any side bets, but I think Dougie will beat Potts, and I think Potsy will beat Walker. That's what I'm calling right now, because they have got to play GY roles, and we shall absolutely see. But as a result of tonight, that finishes 9-3 to the Marsh, purely because Clee Colts didn't have another player. And we will go from there. So I will be back with you in 2 minutes for the two exhibition frames, if you're still with us. If not, then good night. Right, you're back with me with the exhibition matches. Dougie versus Potsy. Just playing out two frames so the less special lads get the frames in. Now, I've just met Potsy when it's to the toilet, and I'm pretty sure he said to me he's going to put it to Dougie that no ball can be potted unless it's a double. So, if you're streaming and watching this, you could be in for a long night. Now, I don't know if Dougie's agreed to this. We'll know straight away after the first shot if he's agreed to this double ruling. It makes no relevance to the result now, but it would be interesting to see what they've agreed. Because if I'm honest with you, if Dougie's allowed to go for these reds, these go to bed. So let's see. You'll know straight away after the first shot what they've agreed. He's weighing it all up. Yeah, I think they've agreed it. Unless he's going for this. Let's have a look. We'll tell you. No, he's playing for this. And I'll tell you now, that is frame over. That is frame over. I bet Dougie's wishing he'd played the doubles now, because that is frame over. There's no way Potsy misses them reds with two shots from here. No way. No way on earth. Not a chance. Brad's not good enough to show Danny Ornigold's cue. Come on, Ornigold. Get your grip, lad. Let's have a money match then. We'll do it as a double with you and... we'll have Daz and Halliday one night, and we'll have you and Bradley next. Right, the old guard versus the young guard. Because unfortunately, Danny Ornigold, you're now classed as the old guard, my old mate. Not a young man anymore. I reckon Potsy makes these go to bed. You can pick the venue. Don't worry about venues. Now you're just getting tactical. As long as I get commentary, who gives the monkeys? Potsy's nailed, knackered them. Really, genuinely surprised. Genuinely surprised with two shots. He's nosed that up. So, it's bizarre to watch two players playing a nothing frame but genuinely trying to beat each other. Fair play to them. Potts has escaped very comfortably. I hope Scott Wright's still watching, because in theory, Potsy wants a transfer. He's playing for his West Marsh future. And if Dougie keeps doing that, Potsy's going to laugh his nut off. You do notice, obviously, you haven't seen me on stream tonight because I'm garbage. Oh, that's an ambitious shot. Very unlucky. Yeah, it's not a bad dig, that. Dougie's got work to do here. Oh, dear. It's a good effort, Potts. It's very unlucky, but I tell you now, this is where Dougie starts to get a little bit of control in this game. Again, still very difficult to call from here, but it's not black ball rules. Still got one remaining.
Keep you going.
Oh, Bob, you're a ledge. Never let it be said that Bobby Lewisham can't pull a pint. Guy's unbelievable at it. Wow. If I've just read that right, Scott Wright, I'm calling out Danny Odegaard. Can I give you a word of advice, Mr. Wrighton? I probably wouldn't. Because I ain't backing you. Right, I tell you what, for a frame that means absolutely nothing in terms of the grand scheme of the game, these two are playing it ridiculously cagey. This is a little bit more about pride here. These are two old West Marsh boys, and who wants to be, I'm the best veteran in the house. This is what this is about here. I'm telling you now, because they're playing as cagey as I can. I just can't believe it. It's like they're playing for like the Champ of Champs final. But I hope it makes a good watch. There's a bit of entertainment on the show. So Doug's still got two shots now from this position. And he's still got two. Now all he's got to do here for me is negotiate them two on that side cushion that are literally tight together, which I think he's going to deal with now to try and push this over the bag and then develop them. If it goes in, it's a result. Oh, he hasn't even done that. I'm surprised he's done that. I'm surprised. Interesting, really. I think normally, if you're playing for a game, Dougie would try and find another two, but I just think he's going to try and go for these. And to be fair, Dougie's capable. One difficult yellow to sort out, which is sorted out straight away. These go to bed for me. Though they should from here, from Dougie. He's too good a player. Oh, he's got a bit of work to do here. He's now got to play a long yellow, good level of bottom on this. So you don't want to be leaving another long yellow. And he's absolutely fluffed his lines. And to be honest with you, I called it completely wrong. I said Potsy wins that. Dougie wins that from that position. And he's totally run out of position. Played a yellow, which 9 times out of 10 he'd pot. He's played it with that much bottom and that much, friction on the ball. He's nosed it, and Potsy don't put, he don't miss these. These are ploppings. So First exhibition match, Dougie versus Potsy. Potsy takes that one away. And he's even trying to show an exhibition double look. That is the sporting of the guy, because that black went in. Dougie's got to do something similar now, though. By all means, play your yellers the way you need to play them. Potsy will have to, Potsy's clearly going for some sort of spectacular on the black. But I think anybody that see that knew. Can we just make sure that this is done amicably, please, Mr. Rice and Mr. Ronnie Gold? There's absolutely no reason for either of you two gentlemen to have any animosity, even if it is over scorecards. I don't want to be getting involved in any of this. We can all work very, very well together, and I think that's what we need to aim to do. And if the views go up, it's purely because you two are on stream at the same time talking, rather than me being on commentary. Dougie's going to double this in. You watch this, he loves a double. This goes home. Good night. Oh, Dougie, you've let me down. You let me down. Let me down. Good. That's what I like to hear. There's no need for any animosity. We already know that Q-World has the best resident commentator in the town. But I'm sure that my skills can be shared all over the place. Just putting it out there, as you do. Oh, God, I mean, I tell you, this is what worried me about this match between these two. Now, no one wants to watch this on stream, really, do they? Who wants to watch Dougie and Potsy trying to double a black? So, I can't sit here and watch this much longer, I'm not going to lie to you. So, I'm getting close to calling this farewell, the way this is going. Come on, Pots, make it go to bed. Because I'll tell you now, what Graham Walker, when he plays Potsy, he won't be messing about like this. He'll want to get him beat. We're none of this doubling business. Oh, Doug. Tell ya. It's only worth watching just to see who can nail the best double. Potsy's got a straightforward one. This should be game over. He has. No, he hasn't. No, he has. No, he hasn't. Oh, Christ. Bottom right bag, off the side, cushion. Come on then, Doug. Don't mess about. Oh, it's in and out. What's he playing at? Christ on a motorbike. Graham likes black, yeah. I think Potts should put this in and say, shut up, Dougie. I'll tell you what, these two have... do you know what? If they was playing me, every single one of these would have gone in the bag. But because they're not, they can't hit a double for toffee. You know what I mean? And I know I can hit a double. You ask Danny Hornigold, I hit trebles for fun. Plant trebles. Danny Hornigold's witnessed it. He just couldn't live with me, Dan. Come on, then. Jeez. I don't mind doing a bit of commentary, lads, but you're just taking the mic now, aren't me? Dougie. It's about time. Christ. But the reality is, if there was playing straight pool, Potsy had it absolutely wrapped up and won. Nice bit of sportsmanship, nice bit of that. But Potsy's always been a West Marsh boy anyway, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous that he plays or wants to play for anybody else. I've known him for like 35 years. So, grown up, born and bred with a guy, West Marsh through and through. So, I have no worries at all that come winter, when we get into that Premier League, that'll be another player that's on our books. No worries whatsoever about that. So then we join the last frame here now, because I can't sit in here all night. As much as I've loved your company and love being with you guys, It's 10 o'clock, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to get to have a game myself, because God knows what time Bobby's kicking out. So we'll see this frame through, and I'll see if I can get an hour myself before home time. But let's just hope Graham in one in. I'll see this frame through, and then it is good night from the stream. I mean, in all fairness, if they would have had 6 players, we'd still be commentating on the match. So I may as well just see this last frame through. I won't be leaving it on for anybody to watch the practice or whatever goes on afterwards. Oh, Graham is. Oh, you can't play black ball shots in here, mate. So, as you quite clearly see, he's drilled a red in, but he's potted a yellow at the same time. We're not playing black ball, it's GY rolls. So again, I call it. Potts had 2 shots against Dougie, and I said Graham shouldn't get back to the table. He shouldn't get back to the table now, but I've got a strong feeling that he might, but who knows? Potsy starts messing about with this black again, who God knows. I mean, these are ploppins. Potsy don't miss these. These all go to bed. Oh, he's only gone and ended up in the middle. Well, there you go. How wrong was I? Graham's got 3 very, very tricky reds. But with 2, there's a chance. So Danny, all I've got to do is on the other table playing in flip-flops. I don't know. I don't know who the other 2 teams are, mate, to be honest. I know Adam Walker's team's on the other table. I don't know who they are. And I know Black Amble's on the table, top table at the bottom, and they was creaming it as well. But I don't know. I know it's Rice. Adam Walker's team next door. He's been playing tonight, but I don't know who they are. Some old boys, I'm led to believe. I don't know. Oh, Walker, that's a bit wild. Go on, Graham, get him touched up. Oh, he's gone wild. Potts will put these yellows to bed and then he'll play some crazy double. Guaranteed. If Walker's just played a shot like that when he could have snookered him, that's what's going to happen here. If I was Potts, I'd just put them all to set the purveyor rule. Bottom left-hand bag, as you're looking at on the screen. Oh, Johnny T. John E.T. So, we've got Walker to try and plop these in. If he misses this, Potts has got to go up and down. He's got to go up and down, or around the angles, or around the cushions, whatever. Don't bring it out from the pocket, John. You'll be here all night otherwise. Do some magic. Show us a bit of a trick. Old boys on table 2. Has he got it? Has he got it? No, he's missed it. Go on, Walker. Put the reds in and then do something yourself. 2 shots from here, Greg. These reds have got to go. Come on, stop messing about. Oh, what's he hitting them like that for? He's got to make the reds go to bed before anything. There's no point in messing about. Put the reds to bed like you would properly and do something special on the black. Don't bugger about on the reds. JT's going for some treble. Boom, boom, and good night. Superb. All right, guys, that's it. So 9-3 to the Marsh tonight. Bit of exhibition for the last 2 frames. It's been a pleasure as usual, and we bid you farewell until the next time. Good night and God bless.